Hi there, it is November 4th, 2024. It is a cold and rainy November day. Surprise, hence the song November Rain, right? My name is Vicki Clark. I am podcasting to you from my home in Smiths Falls. This is a podcast about tatting, not the skin and ink kind of tatting, but the needle, shuttle, and thread kind of tatting. In all truthfulness, it's also about other crafts. I also do cross stitch, and I do crochet and knitting and that kind of stuff. So lots of stuff going on. As usual, I have posted my last recording a month later than I actually recorded it, and hopefully I will not do that this time, but hey, life can be weird sometimes. Anyways, there's no reason for that. That's mostly just anxiety related. Okay, I wanted to tell you what I was doing with, when it comes to it, I'll go get the stuff. I forgot to bring something over. On my blog, victats.blogspot.com, I share a lot of patterns, and the one pattern I have is kind of like this oval shaped pattern, and it uses a square charm in the middle, which is basically two square stickers stuck together, but I have not been able to find those for the last couple of years. So I'm going to try, I haven't done it yet, I'm going to try to see if the two of these ones stuck together will work. And that's dirt cheap, they look awesome, and these are rhinestone stickers. They look like they're, I don't know, God, you think I'd have measured this beforehand. Anyways, I'm going to see if these work. If they do, then they're dirt cheap, and hey, then I'll be able to put a little note to say use these as well, that you can use these as well. I suspect they will work. That's just my suspicion. And if not, then I will fiddle with the pattern a bit, because I really like to make a bunch of them. I really like the way they look. I don't have the square charms anymore and have not seen them at the dollar store. Okay, so that was that's to do with tatting. And then the other thing that I have been working on in tatting is, sorry, it's still attached to thread. So it's gonna look like a little bit of a mess right now. But I am so close to having a complete round done of what I consider to be, you may not look at it to see it that way, but I consider it to be kind of like a sunflower kind of doily. Oh, it looks really good in the picture, holy cow. And this is what it looks like right now. And I'm probably going to put something like this in the center. So it'll be somewhat like this. And then, should the ambition take, I will, because I have enough centers almost to do, then I'm going to do points around the outside. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Because there's another doily upstairs that I was fiddling with that I have gotten no progress on this year. So hey, maybe this will peter out too. Who knows? I have realized after many, many years that I am not a product tatter. I tat because I like to do it. Yeah. I also have not really done anything on any of my Renelec doilies since the last podcast. I've been working on my sunflowers. What was I going to say? And yes, I am planning on sharing that at some point. Okay, so, all right, now. I think when I podcasted last, I think I had an almost finish, and it's actually finished. It's not fully finished because I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with it. Easier when they're small things, harder when they're big things. So give me a second. I'm going to go grab it. Oh, my poor baby. My poor dog, my little Pomeranian here, gets this thing every once in a while where his ear fills up with like debris, like, I don't know, skin or whatever. He gets it on other parts of his body, but in his ear, he won't let me pick it off. So right now he is very uncomfortable and very suspicious of me trying to pick it off. So in case you're wondering who I was saying poor baby to. Okay, oh, I think, do I have a stain there? Okay, so, all right, so, In good news, so funnily enough, I don't know to tell you, I tried to fully finish. I don't know if, no. Okay, so I'm gonna just tell you a funny story. I tried to fully finish my Ghosts and Goblins with velvet, and that was a crash and burn, because I got all the way around. It worked really well the first time I did it, but that's with the wrong sides together, so it did not go the way it was supposed to. And then when I tried to do it correctly, it didn't work. So this is my finish. I don't know if I remember if I've seen this, of my Carolyn Manning Designs Whirly Twirly Tree. And as you can see, the one thing that's wrong with this finish, and I had thought that if I put it on the backing, I might get that, because I had it good and ironed, and this thing is kind of permanent here. So I don't know what to do about that. I guess I'll just have to pretend it's not there, because it really bothers me. Anyways, but so I did finish this, and what was different from the last time is I do not believe that I had done all the little black stitching around, but I have done all of the black stitching around. And it is absolutely gorgeous. It is way better looking in person than on the thing, but my stitches were not great, but who cares? I had a good time with it. What am I gonna do with it? I don't know. I haven't finished out. I think originally I was thinking a pillow. Now, here's the thing. I think if I had Ruth's Best Press, I think it's called Ruth's or Eileen, it's not Eileen's. I think it's Ruth's, Aunt Ruth's Best Press. You know, Best Press. Anyways, I think that would have taken it out, that line. But what I've done is I've imitated Vonna Pfeiffer's method of making a needle roll. But instead of using material, because you know, sometimes it's hit or miss with me in sewing, I used felt, like a thicker kind of craft felt, and it works quite well. Still around a poster board, and what I used to put it on was double-sided heavy-duty tape, like heavy-duty. Okay, so the other thing that I'm almost done on, and here, oh, look at the creases again. Yeah, I've learned my lesson about folding shit. Is the Mirabilia or Nora Corbett's Trick or Treat. Now, what the actual plan was, I had done everything and then I left it because I was going to, on Halloween, finish out all the beading, because that's all that's left to do is the beading and some of the stitching up here, but I was going to do the beading and the stitching at the same time. And it just didn't work out that way. So it's currently apparently Nora November. So sometime during this month, if I get a chance to do this, that's fine. If not, I will add the beads into the spring. This is a good enough for now. Now, why people don't like Kreinik, I can see because, oh look, here's where it's come out. A couple places there. I'm just gonna take, you know, the dental flosser things, they're like a loop. I'm just gonna take that and use that to pull it through, and right before I put some iron the back on it. Anyways, so anyways, I'm just gonna pull those stitches back through is what I'm gonna do. So yeah, so I was super excited about that and super chuffed and like so close to a finish on this trick or treat. You know, it's funny, sometimes things feel like they take forever and then all of a sudden they're done. And I was kind of regretful of it being done. And so I had purchased another Nora Corbett pattern kit when I was at Knowledge and Needles. I think, oh, you wouldn't know this, it was over Thanksgiving. I went over Thanksgiving weekend. And it is a Christmas tree. And let me just, so I started that, so let me show you. This is in a bag by Darlene Dion Designs. And this is, it is the 2011 Nora Corbett Christmas tree. Now, just to warn everybody, there is a mistake on the pattern in terms of the which color is the green floss. So I got 2 skeins of steamed broccoli and only 1 skein of desert mesquite, but they had the symbols flipped, so you weren't going to be able to, the desert, like the desert mesquite only gets used for a short bit. Either way, to have 2 skeins, to have it call for 2 skeins of steamed broccoli would have been completely unuseful. So I think what happened was they got the symbols slipped, because the darker green, one color of green you only use for like 100 stitches, and then the other is most of the Christmas tree. So I'm pretty sure, I'm reasonably certain that that's the symbol for steamed broccoli and the desert mesquite got flipped. And so that's how I'm stitching it. So I realized that when I was just by fluke reading over the pattern after I'd been stitching for a bit. So I ended up having to take out some of the desert mesquite that I had done, and I had started it over the weekend. So the contrast between the snow, it doesn't show up on the thing, and the fabric is way better in person than on. Yeah, see, it's more like that. This is, what is this? I think it's Vintage Smoky Night is what it's called. It is the 32 count. It's not the called for because we didn't have enough of the called for at Knowledge Needles. However, I think it's gonna look really nice. And what I've decided to do is I'm just going to backstitch in white metallic around the outside of wherever the white is of the Christmas trees. That's just to help get a little delineation with your eyes. What else I was going to say to you is it's stitching up really good. Now I've made a bunch of mistakes and had to backtrack, but it's been okay. But I wanted to get that started, not because I feel like I'm going to get it done anytime soon, but it was sitting there, it's already kitted up, so I might as well start it. The other thing I purchased is from Hirschner's. So just as the Trick or Treat, the Nora Corbett Trick or Treat pattern is on sale from Hirschner's, there is a Nora Corbett snowman pattern, Snow Queen I think it's called, that's there. So I purchased that one as well just because I really like it. And but this one's the one I'm going to work on over the next year or so as it works out. I always think at the beginning of these Nora Corbett's, I'm going to have this done fast, and then it's a lie. It's a hideous, hideous lie. The other thing that I've been stitching on, so I have, oh my God, did I not bring it down? I did. No, it's right here. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes I'm dumb. Okay, so I have been working on, sorry, I didn't say this with the tatting, but the other thing is I've been doing a lot of, I've also been doing tatting with, the penny rug pieces of wool, but they're not stable enough to show you yet. I've been working on this Pinker and Pumpkins quilting house, and basically I've just been taking my time filling in the stitches. And I have a feeling this is a smaller count than I realized, and that's why my stitches look boofy on here. But I think this might be an 18 count, and I was thinking it was a 16 count. That's what happens when I dye stuff and I don't attach a label to my Ada that I've dyed. Oh yes, and look, I folded it up. I don't learn, eh? Hopefully it won't take as long for this to come around. Yes, and you saw me fold up the other one too. God, let me just see. Yeah, it was Vintage Stormy Night for the 32 count Vintage Stormy Night for the Christmas tree. I was done with, as you can probably tell, I was done with Halloween and autumn and all that stuff because, hey, I'm in Canada and we're done Thanksgiving, so next holiday is Christmas. Although we are observing Remembrance Day a week from today. So after Remembrance Day, then I'll put up my Christmas decorations. I don't put up my Christmas decorations till after Remembrance Day. It's just what I do, no reason. Plus I like to have it after it's been decorated for a while. I like to have everything kind of be like kind of undecorated, and then I can clear everything out and I get all the clutter cleared out. Which I seem to create clutter just by like breathing, so that's more challenging than you think. Okay, so this pattern is, this pattern, the next one is from A Cross Stitch Christmas, And it's a Cranberry Christmas, I think is what it's called, by Vinnie Tan. By the way, I'm not convinced that that's the proper pronunciation of her name, but I actually couldn't get the computer to come up with the spelling that was appropriate, so I'm not really sure. And this is the pattern. And I did a DMC conversion because I'm not a big fan of, and I love these ghosty white letters. I love how they pop on there. I actually think that this would look freaking amazing on Russian tea cake. But that's not what I used. Because I started it when I was living in Ottawa in my rental house, because if you remember, my house burnt down, and I was not spending a lot of money because I was wigging out about the whole situation. So I had this, you know, the oatmeal, 18 count oatmeal Ada that had been dyed a wee bit blue. I had thrown it in a batch of blue dye when I was dyeing other Ada, just to see how it would take the color. So it's kind of a gringy looking, darker, and I like it. I think that the letters will show up enough that you know that they're there and they're ghosty. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the outside letters because I think I want to find something round to put it into, but maybe I won't. I love, 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 love. I don't know why it's blurry at the bottom there, but I love the rocking horse, and I've started doing the bow up here. And I've screwed up some of the colors in through here, but I'm not correcting it. The thing is that where it's kind of ghosting it with this flower, because there's going to be a magnolia flower here, and with some of these things, I'm going to backstitch around the places where it's kind of ghostying out. With the, there's like a kind of a white color and a beige color. And I just did the conversion myself because, hey, well, okay, I used the guides online to help me, but I did the conversion mostly by myself. And part of it is I'm not a big, like you'll see, okay, I'm doing the Nora Corbett one. It came as a kit with the fancy flosses, but I'm not, for me, that's not, oops, sorry, I'm gonna just turn this a wee bit. For me, that's not a big priority. I don't know that I really appreciate the fancy flosses and cross stitch the way like I appreciate the hand dyeds in tatting. So, but that's what I've been working on. Now, if I'm done this, and I'm hoping to get this done, I would really like to have this done this year. But who knows, you know what, life gets busy. And so I'm not in a rush. But if I get this done, then and get the Pink and Pumpkin one done, then I will be happy for Christmas. Hopefully I will not get distracted. There's a bunch of other Christmas things I really want to do. So I will, I'm considering the Christmas tree the replacement for my Nora Corbett. And yes, I think I'm getting addicted to the Nora Corbetts. Where did I put my roundy thing? This is a roll from It's Really Hard. And a lot of the times I wrap them in I also put the felt on these things too to make little needle, or you know, not needle rolls, but you know, tatting presses, like to hold my the tatting that I've done and everything, so it doesn't get all jumbled up. I've been using this ever since I realized that these creases are not so easy to get out, and that they will bother me. So the trick or treat may end up being laid out for a year, being steamed. A couple of these projects. What else? The other thing I'd really like to get some more work done on, I kind of have to be in the right, you have to get into the rhythm of it again. It's really in the rhythm of it during the spring. Is, and I love doing this, it's so fun. I actually do highly recommend doing this, is the counted canvas. And this is a pattern that I highly recommend. I do recommend her patterns. This is so fun. By Nancy's Needle. And I learned about Nancy's Needles and all this stuff from Carla Is it Crafty Carla? Carla Being Crafty. Sorry, Carla Being Crafty floss tube, blog, whatever, vlog. And then I had seen this when I was looking for another pattern, which ironically enough was Cat Lady, is a dimensions pattern. Which I might start in honor of Vice President Harris if she wins the presidency. Anyways, which would be absolutely rocking. But what else is going on here? Yeah, so the Christmas trees, a couple of them were different. Now I was doing this, the reason why I kind of stopped doing this is, believe it or not, I was doing this while I was watching The Bad Batch, which is a Star Wars cartoon, and it came to an end. And so then my Bad Batch moment went away. However, I think this looks really, really good. There'll be a button in the middle. I just got to get these two trees done, and then what will happen is we'll start doing, I think, the fill-in. I think it's the fill-in, and then you go out and you're coming out and doing all the rest of the stuff too. This is super relaxing to do once you get in. The tricky part is you got to get into the rhythm of reading the graphs. So, because I kind of find the graphs counterintuitive for me. But super, super love doing it. Super having a great time. So hopefully I'm going to start working on that. Now this is in the bag that my friend brought me back from her cruise, Martinique, a friend of mine. And and I think I'm done working on this for now, but I thought I would just show you how far I got on my Blueberry Ridge pattern, the All Hallows Eve. This is on Fox and Rabbit. I love this material. I'm not a big fan of linen, but I love the way this looks. Inca. And so if you saw last month, I was working on these guys. So I got this finished out, and then I got down into here. So that's pretty cool. There's been some mistakes I had to take out, but I feel like I haven't really done a lot of cross stitching, and that might be right, because yep. So, and like say this stuff I think I have to work on during the day. Anyways, okay. Oh, okay, and then the last thing I've been working on, and I can't remember if I showed you the other letter, the other word, but my sister and my niece asked me to make them a square blanket, each of them, but I'm only doing one at a time, guys, one at a time. And so I've done ass, and this is piss, and I'm almost done. I only got 4 more rows on this one, and then that will be done, and then I will move on to the next word, sweary word. I think I have to go by. I'm really actually quite enjoying. I'm actually enjoying this crochet. So I don't know. Fingers crossed it all works out well. I'm always a little bit nervous about some of this, but about blocks and all that stuff. But gotta have faith, right? So if all else fails, we'll just make it work. That's what blocking and a hairdryer does. In case you're ever wondering, you want to block things out a little bit with acrylic. Hairdryers are supposed to allow it to stretch a little bit. I have to go buy more yarn, I think, because I just started with the yarn I had on hand. And I didn't get to show it to you, I don't think, the last time, but I did finish. No, I think I did. I can't remember. I had the little baby quilt that I was working on. I finished that, so that's good. Yep. Now, as you know, oh, the other thing I was going to start to do too is I've replaced, almost finished, because I haven't quite finished the trick or treat, but the trick or treat Nora Corbett. But I finished 2 things, and I replaced them with multiple things. Doesn't quite make sense, but whatever. I am hoping that if things go well and I get that wreath one done, that would be terrific. And if I get the pinker and pumpkin one done, that would be terrific. And then there's a couple other Christmas ones I really want. There's actually a bunch of them I really want to start. But I know me, if I have too many starts at once, I'm going to have a panic attack about it. So I am not starting anything more right now. And what am I going to do with them anyways, right? So I still haven't framed any of the other ones. Oh, with the failed Ghosts and Goblins Velvet experience, I found a different fabric that I'm putting with it that looks really good. And that was just by fluke. I just like the fabric. And so I'm going to finish it. I'm still going to finish it as a pillow, but it won't have that velvet on the background. I'm probably going to use the velvet to make strawberries. So they'll be green strawberries. Maybe I'll do a golden white top for them. Anyways, I am working on figuring out the strawberries because even when I hand stitch them and I stuff them, then you can see the stitches. So I'm having a wee issue with that, but because I've been working on making some little strawberries. But other than that, I don't think I've been doing a whole lot. A lot more tatting, so that has been more tatting than I've been doing. So, you know, can't do more than one craft at a time, right? Anyways, okay, so I am going to wish you a happy tatting, and thank you for watching my podcast. And I hope you guys are having a good time and that you're having a wonderful November. Cheers. It's water.